Hi folks, going in and out with the focus at the moment. Another snow scene. I'm going to draw a bit of a house. Yeah, the roof coming down here, another. The Norfolk house, where you come down and then you go out, so you get a sort of extension at the back. And some we're looking, so we'll see a bit of that. There we are, that'll do. Just a very, very loosely drawn house. We could put another one here in a sort of mist. Okay, well that's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Right, okay. Let's get the walls perpendicular. It's a 5B pencil. Bought that years and years ago. I love those pencils. I've been on the bike ride today. I was going to do an oil painting, but I had no time for that. I wanted to do a watercolor. But been a fabulous morning. Started off with a little bit of a shower, but now it's been raining heavily. But in between, we did the River Wandle ride. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do grey roofs or a bit of snow, but quite tricky to do with snow, so I could put a bit of gouache on it. Why not indeed? Right, okay, a couple of hakes, wet from yesterday. I want to put the light coming over the houses, so I'm going to do the sky that I have been doing by tilting the board, but I want to try and put a light area around there. So let's get the paper wet all over. This is a £90 Saunders Waterford. Wonderful paper. But someone asked me if I had a problem when I go over a dry passage with wet paint. Well, you would always have a problem if you scrub away at it, but if you just lightly do it and then leave it, you'll be okay. Right, so let's tilt the board. Here we go. Bit unstable there, but we'll get a bit of raw sienna. Let's have a bit in here. Bit of red. And a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of ultramarine. Cool, can you hear the rain coming through down? A bit darker. Payne's grey is still wet from the tube. Ooh, heaving down now. Right, let's turn that around that way, and we'll let that just run down a bit, and I'll reclip Just pull it tight. It goes perfectly flat. But if it buckles a bit more, just reclip it. Now you can gotta be a bit careful here. Ooh, let me do that. But the paper's still wet, so we could do lots of stuff with it. Okay, now I'm going to fix that with the hairdryer. So headphones off, go. Okay, oops. I've got my beverage. It was really lovely today with the sun coming back. We were riding right into the sun. We don't go fast, so we only do about 10-12 miles. But very muddy in parts and very wet, so the long socks are in the wash at the moment. We do the walk every week, unless it's raining or there's snow or ice, when we really be stupid to go out in it. And let's see if we can put the houses in. If I do sort of slaty roofs, I'm going to go, I'll use a bit of acrylic white, I think, just to add a bit of snow slip. Let's get a bit of that. Okay, that's one. Let's do a bit there. Okay, if we just get that a bit more parallel there. Okay, we'll leave that for a minute. We're going to put some trees in now. Some bluey trees, distant trees. Oh, it's hammering down now. Go on, glad we missed this. I did take me leggings. Okay, some of the other side, bit blue, medium hake, cool shake. It's a sort of pseudo building. And I can put a bit of a few trunks and branches in there. Don't want all your trees the same shape or same size. Now we're going uphill a bit there. Okay, I'll give that a try. Okay, give me 3/4 flat. Just want to put a bit of shadow on that side there. Right, I'll sort that out in a minute. When that sort of dries, that'll come out. But I'm going to put a colour on there anyway. So we're coming away from that, so we'll have a bit of shadow colour there. So that house there is sort of in shadow, and I think I've got a bit of pencil there. Well, I'll put a bit of a bush there. You can always cover up your bits that are not so good. So here we're right away from the light, so let's have a bit of warmer shadow there. Sorry if my head's in the way. That would be catching a bit of light. And we'll just get a little bit of raw sienna. Okay, it's a bit too clean really, but I don't want to muck it up. Let's take a little bit of that out. Try to put a bit of that reddy colour on there, shining on there. Right, I'll put the windows in a bit later. Now we're dry here, so let's develop that now. Get my medium height, have a swig of my Bovril. And I was also asked by Lance how I can sort of make greens. Well, I haven't got any green on my palette. I don't use green in watercolour. You can mix your greens with ultramarine, cadmium yellow. I think there might be cadmium yellow pale. Payne's grey with the yellow. Raw sienna with the Payne's grey or with the blue. Just experiment. So we want to put some bushes. So a bit of burnt sienna, a bit of blue, and a bit of yellow. touch of red. Okay, put some, let's try a bit of green. Payne's grey, a bit of yellow. Pull the hairs out of the brush. Just have a bit of stuff in front of those houses. And this all green. Oh, wretched paint. Right, let's get some more shadow in there then. That went wrong. Right, now let's, we're going uphill a little bit, but let's put some sort of snowy stuff on in a minute. Payne's grey, burnt sienna, hairs coming out of the brush. Just imagine that the white areas are sort of snow, a bit of blue in there. We'll have a bit of grass in there now. Just on the green. Oh, there's a green. Sort of green. Okay. Now then. I'm going to give that a dry now because I want to put some bushes in with this and we're going with some snow. That was a real error there, wasn't it? But let's try it. Okay, swig. Right, now what I want to do now is get some blue reflecting the lights in the snow, so very, very faint or bluish. Give a bit of a, well, hopefully a bit of an impression of shadow in the snow. Okay, I'll give that a dry because that's still wet there. That wasn't very good, was it? Right, let's go with the snow now. I think I'm going to have to use gouache. I've got a, well, I don't know if I've got any left at all in my little, I've probably thrown it. So we'll have to use a little bit of stippling. I'll use Frank Clark's 3/4 hake. Right, okay, now just clean the palette. Now you can't really mix, well, you can tint your white acrylic, but don't get it mixed with your paint. So I'm cleaning the palette in the middle here, and I've got a bit of a chance. But I'm not quite ready yet. I just want to get some bushes along there to show that path. So I'll have to clean. Very rough brown this. Okay, let's dry all that now, and we'll go and do some stippling, probably put some fence posts up there. Dry. Right, okay, kitchen sink time now. On the floor. Right, that's right. Oh, brush. Oh, let's get some paint. Where's my paint? Ah, there we are. Just a little bit of this. Right, we'll have to call this mixed media. Okay, so bit blue. Oh, that shows. That's what we want to modify there. Bit of a mess really. But I'll persevere. Okay, right, now keep the brush nice and wet. Don't let the paint dry. So when you're doing fences, don't connect them. Leave a bit of gaps. Do the very well. If you connect them up, then it leaves nothing for the viewer to imagine. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's just get those windows. Alright, now just get my little brush and we'll get a little bit of that snow colour. Snow sliding down. Well, bit of a mess. I'll do a bit of those background trees, very light bluey colour. Still got some acrylic in that. Okay, we'll also have a couple of birds where we splashed. Right, well, we've got a picture, haven't we? Right, let's just get a little bit of a bit cluttered, I'm afraid, but right, I'll put a signature on it. I think it's not too bad. Right, make sure the brush is really clean. I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look at it. Oh well, interesting. Let's just raise that up a bit. There we go. Right, well I hope you like it. Mixed media, not watercolour. Started off as a watercolour and ended up as a mixed media using a bit of acrylic. I probably should have really simplified all that, but I got carried away. But then maybe I need carrying away. Anyway, I hope you like it, folks. Thanks for looking again. I'll be oil painting if I do any tomorrow. Bye bye.